Two of the supervisors are here this evening. Our first point of business is the appointment of Officer Melvin Torres to Lancaster Township Police Department. Chief Seibel.
On behalf of the Lancaster Township Police Department, I would like to recommend for hire applicant Melvin Torres, and that he be appointed by the board as our newest police officer. Melvin Torres is a lifelong resident of Lancaster Township, and he will be the first Lancaster Township resident to be appointed as an officer to serve at the department. He's a graduate of McCaskey High School, and he recently graduated from the Police Academy in Harrisburg and this past June.
Great.
All right, with that being said, I will make a motion to appoint Melvin Torres as an officer of the Lancaster Township Police Department.
Second, it's been moved and seconded to appoint Melvin Torres as an officer of the Lancaster Township Police Department. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And now we will have swearing in. Judge Spinagle.
You're going to have to raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Melvin Torres,
I, Melvin Torres,
being duly appointed
being duly appointed
as a police officer
as a police officer
in Lancaster Township,
in Lancaster Township,
Lancaster County,
Lancaster County,
Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey,
obey,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution and the laws
the Constitution and the laws
of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the ordinances
and the ordinances
of Lancaster Township,
of Lancaster Township,
and that I will discharge
and that I will discharge
the duties of my
the
office
duties of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Furthermore,
Furthermore,
I affirm
I affirm
that I will uphold,
that I will uphold,
obey,
obey,
and enforce
and enforce
the law without consideration
the law without consideration
to a person's race,
to a person's race,
color,
color,
creed,
creed,
or condition.
or condition.
Very good. Our newest officer.
Go slow to taking pictures.
I'm just going to have you come to the back and we'll sign.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you.
I think the chief's taking everyone over to the station if you want to go over next door. Thank you for coming, thank you for sharing Melvin with us.
All right. Public comment on agenda items. Do we have any public comment on agenda items only? No. Secretary's report for July 13th meeting. Any issues? Okay. Treasurer's report.
Okay. Excuse me. We have fund balances for the month of July. The general fund is $8,627,107.53. The highway A fund is $1,453,907.53. $482,429.56. The capital reserve fund is $1,813,814.71 with a total July balance of $11,923,380.80.
We will file that for audit.
All right, monthly bills, July 1st through July 31st. The general fund total is $406,565.12. The escrow fund total is $3,860.87. The state highway fund total, $5,764.16. Capital reserve fund total of 0, and total bills of $416,190.13. I make a motion that we pay the bills.
Second, it's been moved and seconded that we pay the bills. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Moving on to reports. Lafayette Fire Company, that covers the east side of the township, responded to 6 calls for us in the month of July. Lancaster Township Fire Department, not here.
No, Chief's,
Is he-
sorry, Brian's here.
I couldn't see
That's
that.
correct, what Justin has here.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Responded to 36 calls and 228 year-to-date. Sorry about that, I didn't see you hiding back
That's
there.
fine. And also, I'd like to thank you again for our National Night Out. It was a great turnout for the fire department, the police department, and public works. Thanks for that. And also, this Saturday, we'll be in Chester County doing our live burn. So it'll be covered by Peckway Valley will be up, and also Peace at Mount Joy be standing by our station while we do our live burn training this Saturday.
Great,
All right? Thank you.
thank you. Recycling report for June, I believe that's supposed to say July, 18.9%. Safety committee minutes, sewer reports, copies of them are available at the township office for nominal fee and can be viewed and printed from the website. Workshop reports, planning and zoning, Mr. Donnelly.
Good evening. Here every month, the grass continues to keep us busy. It's slowed down a little bit with the hotter weather, but now we got some rain and I'm sure it'll be right back up. Another item that several months ago, you heard us talk about Trazer and also a rental program for the township for rental properties. We just got word recently that we're moving into the testing phase of that, which has kind of been the holdup for rolling out and kind of finishing up that rental program. So once we get through testing, we'll be able to kind of finalize that and hopefully have something, language for you, an ordinance to consider.
Great. Anything else? Any questions?
None for me, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Township engineer, Mr. Weber.
Evening, everyone. Been keeping after a number of construction projects as well as developers trying to do some things differently than what's shown on the plans, but that's the nature of the beast these days. So also working on our MS4 annual report to pull all that together for submittal to DEP by the end of September. So other than that, various items noted in the report and on the agenda. Open for any questions if you have any for now.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And I will not forget Mr. Groff this month. Public Works.
Great. A couple things to note. We completed roadside mowing, did a couple of trimming in the alleyways, got trimmed this month. We did our township-wide street sweeping. I know a lot of residents call in and ask about that, but we did complete that early July. One thing to note is next month we plan to reestablish the traffic committee, start meeting quarterly, starting next month. So we'll be following up with a report on that starting next month, hopefully, depending on the timing of when we set that meeting up. A couple other things, the maintenance building is up to bid, which is exciting. Getting a lot of contractors in and around the shop there looking at that bid documents again. And been working closely with Ben here. We're going to hopefully be having the yard and waste facility plan going out to bid here in mid-September. as well. So, and also had a great time there with the National Night Out. Showed up there, great event. A lot of residents came out, so it was a fantastic event for the kids, and the weather turned out great too. So
Awesome. Very good. Any questions?
Thank you.
With the chief over with our newest officer, I will briefly go through his report. July 2026 call report, 912 calls for service, 28 vehicle crashes with no fatalities, 132 traffic enforcement stops, 110 citations were issued, 17 written traffic warnings issued, 5 verbal traffic warnings issued, 9 misdemeanor felony offenses, 2 DUI arrests, 7 non-traffic citations issued, 3 auto theft reports with 6 attempted auto thefts, 1 death investigation of natural causes, and there have been 56 vehicle steering wheel locks issued year to date. Township Manager, Mr. Levine.
I just want to highlight 2 public events. The first one's already been mentioned, the National Night Out. The fire department did an outstanding job of organizing that event. I couldn't believe the number of families that came through. We're kind of unique in that we don't have a town square, and it was really nice to see the fire department and community park kind of serve as that location. Devin and the Public Works team was out there in full force with a nice little display interacting with residents, and I was pleasantly surprised how many of our employees came out, how many police came out on and off duty. We should look to build on that success and maybe get a little more involved and expand what I think was an outstanding event for 2027. Similarly, Representative Smith Waddell had his event at the Barnstormer Stadium, or whatever they're called now, Clipper Stadium. Great turnout for that. We participated this year as sponsors for the first time. Again, I think that's a program that just continues to grow. It benefits a large number of families from Lancaster Township as well as Lancaster City, and I know that now this is branched out into Manheim Township, and I understand that Penn Manor was there as well. So hopefully that event continues to grow and serve our residents, and I hope we continue to grow in our participation with that program.
Great. Questions?
No, thank you.
Announcements. Tuesday, August 18th, 2026 at 7 p.m. Planning Commission meeting, which is here at 1240 Maple Avenue. Tuesday, August 25th, 2026, 7 p.m. Zoning Hearing Board meeting here at 1240 Maple Ave. Monday, September 7th, 2026 is the Labor Day holiday. Township office is closed. Monday, September 14th, 2026 at 6 p.m. The next Board of Supervisors meeting will be held here at 1240 Maple Avenue. There is no old business. Moving on to planning and zoning business.
48 Cottage Ave demolition permit application. I make a motion that we approve a request from Trinity Solar LL on behalf of Sadale Nelson Musa to alter a historic resource at 48 Cottage Avenue, allowing the installation of solar roof panels. At their meeting on August 3rd, 2026, the Lancaster Township Historical Commission recommended approval of the subject demolition permit application.
Second, it's been moved and seconded to approve the demolition permit application for 48 Cottage Ave. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 LTBC 333, I make a motion to approve a request from Derek Furster, DC Gun Associates Inc. for police and financial security for Crossway Church of Lancaster. This request was received by the township on July 16, 2026, and is letter dated July 16, 2026. Township engineer Benton Weber recommended the township approve the request.
Second, it's been moved and seconded to release the financial security for LTPC 333, Crossway Church Graveyard. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 LTBC 316 Popeyes, 1356 Columbia Ave, land development plan reinstatement request. I make a motion that we approve a request from Thomas Englerth, Site Design Concepts, to reinstate the land development plan for Popeyes 1356 Columbia Ave. This request was received by the township in a letter dated July 28, 2026.
Second, it's been moved and seconded to approve the reinstatement request for land development plan for LTPC 316. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. New business.
The PennDOT indemnity agreement with Level Connoisseur Creek Foundation and Lancaster Township for Marietta Avenue Trail. I make a motion to approve the PennDOT indemnity agreement with Little Conestoga Creek Foundation and Lancaster Township for Marietta Avenue Trail.
Second, been moved and seconded to approve PennDOT indemnity agreement with Little Conestoga Creek Foundation and Lancaster Township for Marietta Avenue Trail. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Awarding the bid for the new refuse and recyclable material collections contract. I make a motion that we award the new refuse and recyclable materials collection contract to Goods Disposable starting October 1st, 2026 in the amount of $207.61 per unit. The bid opening was held on Monday, July 27, 2026.
Second, been moved and seconded to award bid for new refuse and recyclable materials collection contract to Goods Disposal starting October 1st, 2026. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Execution of the refuse and recyclable materials collection contract with Goods Disposable for a 3-year period beginning on October 1st, 2026 and ending on September 30th, 2029 with 2 1-year renewal extensions. I make a motion that we approve the execution of the refuse and recyclable materials collection contract with Goods Disposable for a 3-year period beginning on October 1st, 2026 and ending on September 20th, 2029 with 2 1-year renewal extensions.
Second, it's been moved and seconded to execute the refuse and recyclable materials collection contract with Goods Disposal for a 3-year period. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Moving on to guest recognition and participation. Do we have anyone who has a question or statement that they'd like to make to the board? If so, please come up to the podium, state your name and address, and say what you would like to say.
I just have a question about what will be going in to
Your
the lot where the
name.
old boroughs.
Name and address, please.
Amanda Rosh, 992 East Orange Street.
Thank you.
What will be going into the empty lot where old Burroughs Elementary School was?
Ben, would you like to take that?
Sure. So that's to be an open space area for passive recreation that would be used by the school and by the residents of the area.
So there's no permit or permission, you don't have to, anybody can just go in there and...
It's owned by the school district. If they set up some rules later, then I would assume they would notify people and put signage, but there's nothing that we've been informed of at this time.
Thank you.
Anyone else? All right. Mr. Weber.
All right. New gizmo. Hopefully this one works well. No dongles are involved. What?
That's what they're called.
That's what they're called. Go, Tony.
Change the channel.
Yep. Source.
Yep. Just keep hitting that.
There you go.
button.
Ta-da.
One
Oh,
too many.
you get it.
You're so too close to the sun.
Big money,
Be
big money,
patient,
big
be
money,
patient.
big money, big money, no
Gotta
way.
catch up to you.
No whammies.
Somebody get me a chair.
Sorry. TV's got a little age to it.
Oh, one
So
more.
that's
Yeah.
one more,
One
one
more.
more. Just one.
Hey, all right. So maybe I can be over here and be out of everybody's way. since I have this, that hopefully will work. Oh, am I, you
Do you want to
need
be
camera view?
Do you want to be in it, or
That's
like
true.
totally up to
Okay.
you?
So, one of the things I find really interesting as a civil engineer, that speaks about our development as a community is the infrastructure. The roads, the land, the farming that's been a part of our development, the houses, but also some of the interesting infrastructure that has to do with sewer and water. And it's been going on for a long, long time. And sometimes we typically want to forget about them. But it really is interesting, especially with the city's active role in providing those services to Lancaster Township and the way in which it has impacted us. So you can see here that over 2 centuries, the city has been providing these utilities to Lancaster Township, as well as itself and other municipalities surrounding it, and impacting us in pretty dramatic ways. Now, we all know that story of the water tower and it being nestled right in there in Community Park, right next to the Smith Waddell Elementary School and Manor Shopping Center. But I think it's really fun to look back in time and to see that, you know, much of that community area was something quite different. So you can see the Bousman Farmstead where the community park and the water tower were. You see that Manor Shopping Center area was all farm fields. And the village of Bousman has been around for quite some time. So it's just very interesting to use these aerial images, mapping, and so forth to look back and see what we've had. Now, this is a structure that was in Lancaster Township. This is along the Conestoga River. This was established in 1837 as the first Lancaster waterworks, and it was built by the city on a road called City Mill Road because they had a dam. You can see the dam spilling, and the head of the dam drove a turbine. That turbine then pushed water up into Reservoir Park, and then that flowed into the rest of the city. It's very different today out there. This old dam works is still present, and the Miller's house is still present, but much of these other buildings are gone. But the piping from that waterworks extended through much of the city. Didn't quite get to Lancaster Township, except as it came through it. But then in 1894, there was a second reservoir built behind Franklin and Marshall College in what we call Buchanan Park today. It was built, and unfortunately, as it was being filled, the dam breached in October of 1894, and 10 million gallons of water flowed down Race Avenue and through much of what we call Hamilton Park today. So it came from Buchanan Park, down Race Avenue, through the Herr Farms, right past our office, John, you know, right where the Maple Grove pumping station is, and was digging out these enormous ditches, 6-foot deep ditches, as it eroded out in all of one flush coming through the Lancaster Township area. And then in 2022, we all know the 3 million gallon tower was built next to Community Park, and fortunately there's been no breach as of this moment. So,
Do you got some wood somewhere?
what's that?
Do you have some wood you can tap on? Thank you.
You're welcome. The sewer system is also very historic because even back at the very beginning of the city streets, the streets, the center of the streets is where a ditch was. And that ditch is where everything went to. Rainwater, refuse, everything that came out of a chamber pot, wash water, that would all go into the middle of the street and be flushed down the streets. And then that ultimately became what's called the combined sewer system that the city has been struggling to deal with. They have separated roughly 60 miles of it, but they're still dealing with a huge amount of flush of rainfall as it moves through these combined sewer systems. Much of it ends up at the treatment plant with 8 wastewater pump stations. There are 13 municipalities that feed into it. It's an enormous system. Fortunately, all of the sewer system in Lancaster Township did get separated as the city was doing its various separations of sanitary and storm. But even that we've had problems with, where people are kind of reconnecting. But we have to remain vigilant and nimble with all those situations. Now, initially, these sewer systems were just collection and dump. So this is a typical outfall. This is at Ingleside, 1907. This brand spanking new, beautiful sewer outfall at the end of Water Street was taking all of the sewage and just putting it into the Conestoga River. And the treatment didn't begin until the 1930s. But there were 2 main sewer outfalls, both of them in Lancaster Township, one there at Ingleside and the other near Grofftown Road. So there you can see what it looks like today, slightly modified to allow for diversion of the majority of the combined sewer to be pumped into the treatment plant. But still, when there's enough of a rainfall, which is roughly 60 times a year, it's dumping directly into the Conestoga, although at a much diluted rate. So here's an aerial image of the North Treatment Plant. Now this is along Grofftown Road as it existed in 1940. And this is the treatment plant that was installed there that picked up where the water had been collected and was being conveyed to an outfall at that location along the Conestoga. They were able to then divert it and put it into the treatment plant. That lasted for a few decades, but then was ultimately abandoned. And as we all know, the city placed its operations center at that site. And you can see the Route 23 East Walnut Street bypass sort of chopped Grofftown Road in half and made a lot of other changes in the area. And then this is an aerial image from 1934 of Ingleside and that sewer discharge that was coming out here at the base of Water Street. And in 1934, the South Treatment Plant was under construction, and you can see that it was downstream from that outfall. And today, that plant is certainly operational. It has expanded, and it's very, very tight to be running that treatment plant. The overall capacity is pretty much close to what their daily capacity is. So they really only have about 3 hours of spare capacity, even when they've drained it as much as possible. And we learned that when they redid that outfall for the Slassa force main crossing that they had to do a couple years ago. So these are things that, forgive me for being too much of a geek, but this is really interesting stuff to me, and really ties directly into the history and the kind of things that Devin and I deal with day in, day out. So thanks very much.
Thank you.
I have a really strange but quick question. Is There are still properties in the city that have old outhouses in the back of their, their yard. So, dating from the 1800s, so I suppose that, what happened to that? Was that sort of a, sort of a cesspit, I guess? People would, they would have an outhouse and whatever was there would just seep into the ground. Was that a lot? Were there a lot of those? You're not familiar with it?
No.
Oh, wow. There are still places off of Christian Street where you can still see an old outhouse in the back of the property. I just found that interesting.
We're gonna make a presentation on that for next month.
Sorry,
Very
it's a
well.
little weird.
Kim, you're up.
I have a bit of a weird streak myself.
All right, folks, thank you for attending. See you next month.